So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
That has been cut short. Just eases him off the ball. And here's Griezmann. And it's Albert Ferrer. Oh, he's played it in low. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Can he finish? So there is Pedri, this youthful conductor of a mighty Catalan collective, the 2024-25 Super Deluxe edition. They cantered to a domestic double, and a treble seemed almost... And Messi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Mateus. Now it's Totti. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
He is through here. Batistuta. Now it's Griezmann. No goals as yet. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Messi. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? McTominay. Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's Albert Ferrer. And it's McTominay. And here's Messi. Totti. Oh, there's a probing ball. Pedri. Totti. And it's Totti. Now, he's got space here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Zanetti. Pressing high and with purpose. Now it's Messi. Now it's Griezmann. Always onto this. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he's cut it out. And this big chance! He's delivered all right! Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Indonesia have broken through, it's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Short changes him with that pass. Half an hour played now. Great ball, and he's in here. That's the keeper's ball. Albert Ferrer. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. McTominay has given away a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Griezmann. Great vision. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Messi, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Plays a sharp little ball here, and he's picked it up out wide.
Indonesia can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Belletti to Totti. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball, and he's picked out the run. Albert Ferrer. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Albert Ferrer. Nicely aimed pass. Now that looks a decent ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Costa Corta. That's a lovely, neat pass. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Indonesia go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Indonesia leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Ah, he's given it away. He's got away. Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position. Now it's Messi. Mateus. Ronaldinho. Tries a shot! And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Zanetti. Now it's Batistuta. Piqué. Oh, good-looking ball. Still just a single goal between the sides. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! Well taken goal. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's there to get it away. And here's Griezmann. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And he's following up! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, it was a brilliant touch to set himself up. Just a shame that the finish let him down. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Totti in the hunt and looking threatening. Pedri. Belletti. Pedri. Nicely spread. And that is headed for the middle. McTominay. And it's Messi. Oh, that's well spotted. Totti. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Indonesia really were asking for trouble there.
And a chance! And he's stuck it away. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Barcelona go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And this is Ronaldinho. And it's Ronaldinho. And this is Griezmann. Pedri. Indonesia perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And he's quick to return it.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders...
Gets his head on it! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ronaldinho. Aimed beyond the defence. Looking to play him in. Threads one in. Great defending, strong and determined. Tries to pass it through. Pedri. And he's picked out the run. And he's in on goal, and Messi! And that would have been game, set and match.
You can tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Knocks it into space. Real chance! Now it's Messi. That is good alertness. Totti. Pedri. This is a promising build-up. Distributed tidily. Now there's a fine ball. Ronaldinho!
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 12, Totti. El dorsal 6, el dorsal 8. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 16, el dorsal 23, el dorsal 18. Xabi Alonso.
Indonesia are looking to go forward now. Into the last fight. Oh, he's been caught on it here! We have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's run loose here. And that's really well manoeuvred. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicely weighted ball. He's gone for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. And he's managed to get free. Tries one from range! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. White is looking to influence the game from out wide. 4 added minutes on the board. Oh, some tackle that. Now, who's going to be first to this? It's just beyond his reach. Good read, needed to be. Bellingham. And that interception. And that is that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in... Chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's big chance! And the shots! Zanetti. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. He's found a way through. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Searching pass he's played there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Messi. Now it's Batistuta.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Indonesia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And the shot! And he hits the net! And they're threatening to fly away here! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Zanetti. McTominay. And it's Cruyff. Thuram deals with that comfortably. Zanetti. Rijkaard. Zanetti. Rijkaard. Oh, this looks sharp. McTominay. Albert Ferrer. Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him. Owen, he's through on goal here. Owen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Batistuta. Tries to play it through. Vieira. Roberto Carlos. Xabi Alonso. Now it's Cruyff. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. McTominay. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Griezmann clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
McTominay. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Passing nice and neat. And this is Batistuta. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Xabi Alonso. Chiellini calmly anticipates. Now it's Messi. And this is Batistuta. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Cruyff. Donadoni. Good ball, good take. And this is Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Donadoni. Passing is crisp and sharp. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Xavi Alonso. And it's Cruyff. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There will be 1 minute
Messi! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant. And that is the end of the first half. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will. So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 24.
That gets us going once more.
Coming on the field is
Indonesia
number
changed their
20,
lineup for the second half. A reaction, no doubt, to the half-time score. And this is Batistuta. And they win it back again. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land. Pass somewhat off target. Indonesia come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Chiellini. Pressing high and with purpose. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Now it's Batistuta. Xavi Alonso. Donadoni. Nicely shaped ball. That is good alertness.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Now it's Griezmann. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press. David Villa. Zanetti gets into a good position. Shot a goal! And again! And that's a tiny finish. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Indonesia may be down, but not out just yet. He's a sharp little ball here. Cruyff. Indonesia perhaps contemplating their next change here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's a goal kick. Donadoni played back into the centre. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Donadoni crosses it in. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Villa. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Always chance for a shot! It's in! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Indonesia now just needing one.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming.
Oh, good line! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Oh, that's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 9.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Chiellini. Coming on the field, number 18, Ronaldinho. Number
Roberto
26,
Carlos. That's
Belletti.
going wide left.
Substitution.
And he was alert to it. Thuram. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Bandung clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He can run onto that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Filippo Inzaghi. Donadoni. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Griezmann. Aims beyond the defence. Driving through the middle. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's a key interception. Taken back almost at once. Great ball if he can get there. Thuram defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Persib Bandung clearly now in lead preservation mode. Baresi.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Donadoni. Roberto Carlos.
2 added minutes has been
And
indicated.
Donadoni. That has been cut short. And that is a little undercooked. That's it, the referee says enough. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, I look at this side and think to myself, who's going to make the difference? Well, there's only one answer, and it has to be Rivaldo. He's capable of producing some extraordinary moments.
Indeed. Offensively, I guess there's very little, if anything, missing from his game. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get it through? Rivaldo. Oh, that's fabulous. He's rising! Quality ball. Van Nistelrooy. Batistuta. He's picked his way through. Thinks about the shot. And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Chiellini promptly onto that, and that is that. Thuram. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Thuram. And this is Hullet. Oh, easy pickings there. So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Messi. And here's Batistuta. Racikan is the team's great visionary. And that was nowhere near his best. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to thread one through, and he welcomes it in. Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Cannavaro getting this one clear. Now, can they get him away? Batistuta's cross. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. But it's Thuram. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well read, nice interception. Zanetti. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hullet. Oh, good spread. To Thuram. Can he get on the end of this? A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Flings in across. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Batistuta. This is a promising build-up. Messi, a player who needs no introduction.
This is the time you need that pace.
Looking for the run. Hullet. And that's played in low. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And here's Ibrahimovic. Paris Saint-Germain have it back and can go again. And it's Hullet, played back. He'll try from distance! Rivaldo! Brilliant! Brilliant! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. He has given that the lot. Bang!
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Paris Saint-Germain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Van Nistelrooy. Messi. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That's really well cleared. Van Nistelrooy going about things with real menace. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Some resolute defending there. So, a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Indonesia go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And so the action is resumed.
Indonesia really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Beckham gets into a good position. Khan deals with that nice and simple. Beckham. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's in on goal. Forced to go back. Indonesia come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
McTominay can see things others simply cannot. Now there's and the shot! Brilliant! A finish of true class! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Indonesia restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Beckham. He's a sharp little ball here. And they're back on the ball again. And it's Zanetti. Aimed beyond the defence. Indonesia perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Turan. So what can they make of this? Looking to play him in. Now he's off and running. He's had it taken off him. Zanetti. Pass somewhat off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Vieira. Thuram. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Beckham picks it up out wide. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Vieira. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's superb. Great vision. Beckham finds himself offside.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Changement en cours.
Indonesia are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Ronaldinho. And here's Messi. Now it's Villa. Griezmann. Oh, important interception. That'll be a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Bullet looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Oh, it's Racikan. And this is Beckham. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he's managed to get free. Skims one in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Knocks it out wide, looking tidy in possession here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Referee's given a throw. Just 5 minutes left. Zanetti. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Crosses it in. Oh, great leap! Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Paris Saint-Germain look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming...
And that will be it. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport.